Like picking the song and whatnot.
Wait, I thought you. Isn't the show already started?
It started, yeah. But I mean, playing the song. I got an iPad DJ.
Have you started the show yet?
Yes. Dude, your camera broke.
Whose?
Yours.
I told you. I asked you if it was working.
It was.
It was working. Now you're frozen again.
What? I didn't change anything.
Well, fix it. You got a really stupid
this
look on your
is
face.
a great episode already.
No.
Yeah, I know. This is gonna be.
Here, did that fix it? Because it's fine for me.
It's almost thinking about being fixed.
It's trying. It's asshole.
I'm gonna hang up. Call me back.
Oh, don't do that.
It's already too late. He hung up.
Oh man.
Well,
Does that work?
Just make this intro a little bit longer. You need Skype Premium to make a group video call. What the hell does that mean?
Oh no.
Wait, am I in?
You're in, but you're dark. Darker than me.
Right,
hold on. Okay, you're really dark.
Yeah,
I don't know why you're so dark.
Your screen is blacker.
Let me pause this shit. Okay, so your screen
it looks totally fine
okay.
to me though.
It looks like it's trying to do like a video preview.
Holy crap! Yeah,
What is that?
funny looking.
We're getting it.
Whoa! I don't know what's up with that. I mean, I can try turning it off and on.
Son of a bitch.
This is a good episode already.
Well, okay. Look, you'd think since we've done 112 of these motherfuckers, you'd
What
think
the
that
fuck, dude?
that it's
You need Skype Premium to make a group video call. I'm dark on my screen now.
Maybe you're dark because
I was born that way?
No.
Oh.
Okay, I'll call you back.
Okay. Call.
Shh. Uh-oh. Did that work?
Oh wait, hold on. I gotta turn that off.
Turn what off?
Same shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, screw it. Just make him dark. It's fine.
Jesus
Whatever, I'll
Christ.
be
Whatever.
dark.
Okay. Look. Lord
We didn't even
Chatroom.
talk about the toppings.
What? I know. Okay,
He
look.
wasn't here,
look.
but I was here.
Oh.
It's Thursday. Oh!
Oh, you're bright. You're bright again.
You're bright again. Don't move. Don't move. Okay, so first Ricksta fucked up and his camera's not working, so we had to use a placeholder image. And then Rip, I don't know what his problem is, but it's Thursday and we made it. We're a little bit late, but we made it. You're watching ATP Live. My name's Eris. I'm joined by Lord Rip. You got a weird look on your face. Is it because you're not moving?
Yep. I think we're good.
Do you think that's really going to be a problem?
I don't know, man.
It's your camera. I don't know what kind of
It wasn't
bootleg
me, it was the
operation you
Skype
got running
Premium.
off over there at Level Up Your Game Enterprises, but you
It
need to
was
get your
the
cameras together.
Premium that you're not paying for correctly anymore.
Well, we never have an issue. Anyway, and then Lord Ricksta's downstairs. He's like via satellite. What's up, Ricky?
Sick.
Good picture. I forgot about that one.
Everyone's fucking up, dude. Everyone's fucking up today, including me. But whatever, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. The most significant one to me is last night's Wednesday Night Fights. So, okay, let's do a quick bring everyone up to speed. Wednesday Night Fights is like an empire that was created by Lord Valle and Level Up Enterprises. And every Wednesday, just about the best of the best in Southern California got together to scrap it out and find out who was the best in just about any fighting game. And for a while, for what, about a year, Rip?
Mm-hmm.
How long's it been online?
Not a year.
I don't know how long it's been, but I feel
6
like
months or
Super
so?
Arcade closed more than a year ago.
Yeah.
So it has to have been at least a year that it's been online.
Super
And-
Arcade didn't close a year ago.
Didn't it? December or November?
It was just about a year ago.
Almost.
Holy shit! Yeah,
Yeah,
you might be
dude.
right. God
Yeah.
damn.
So anyway, I mean, at this point, it's been a long time. Year or not, it's been a long time. And yesterday, Wednesday Night Fights had its triumphant return to the real Earth realm, to offline. And I was really about to go, and then at the last minute, I didn't fucking feel like it, so I didn't end up going. But you were there, Rip. Ricksta was there, so I want the full scoop. And apparently, Via posted about some hiccups and stuff, so I want to hear about all this stuff. So go ahead, Rip. How'd it go?
I mean, being there was cool. It was a lot of fun. I thought like when I first got there, it was a little slow, and I was like, oh man, is this venue not going to fill up? Are people not going to show up? So I had doubts. You were texting me about how it was, and I told you. And then an hour later, like everything was like everyone showed up, 30 minutes late like usual basically. The line was like out the door to like fucking sign up and stuff, and so it was packed and it was fun. And then people like I wasn't sure how people were gonna like respond, whether it was going to feel like that arcade feeling, but then like within like I don't know 10 minutes after everyone like got there around 9 something, like you started hearing people trash talking each other and stuff, and it just started feeling like an arcade again. So it was cool that that feeling came back, I guess. And then hearing the crowd react to stuff in the matches, it's like people getting excited. So all that stuff is just like a mini major almost. It was just cool.
But what about like, okay, so from my perspective, I didn't get to watch a lot of it. I ended up falling asleep real early, but I watched the beginning, and it looked like the crowd was all behind the commentators. That's one thing that I personally, as a commentator, I can't stand that. Because that's when, like, it's like the Regis Philbin show where someone just pulls out their dick behind them or whatever,
Yeah.
I can't have random online Tony dicks behind me and shit, so... I don't know.
Yeah.
That's one thing I noticed. What were like other observations? Not only as a commentator, but from all angles that you could make.
Um, y- the whole top section had stations that were available for BYOC, but it was not used at all. So there is a lot more space there if they want to expand the games. My personal complaint about the whole thing was that the 4 main games that they're pushing right now are Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat X, and then the 2 Smash games. And I think it's really weird to push the 2 Smash games. Like I understand that Smash is getting a really big push right now in all of like esports, whatever, right? But for Wednesday night fights, Smash has never been there, right?
You're right.
So I feel like, and around 8:30, like I looked around, I was like, man, the Smash section is like the deadest section out of everything else.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is kind of whack, like because if I feel like if we had announced, Tekken Tag 2 and Killer Instinct there and Marvel there as official games, that section would have been like, flourishing basically. And instead we had this section where it was something that we were trying out sort of deal, and it's like kind of working, not really. It's hard to say. So I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's testing stuff out. He was hoping probably that it would have went better than it did for the Smash side of things. But by the end of the night, like by 9:30, whatever, there was a lot of people playing Smash there. So it's hard to say how it'll do. But even still, even with Smash there, there's still a ton of space upstairs for, like I said, Tekken Tag 2, Killer Instinct, whatever else you want. So that's one observation I had about it.
Okay.
The commentary thing, you're right. I had my reservations about it because I saw the setup earlier in the week, and I thought like there was too many chairs, and so he actually cut out half the chairs that were next to us as commentators. But still, like there's so many people because they had like over 100 people show up for Street Fighter.
That's a grip for a weekly.
It's a ton,
shitload.
right? And so it was just huge. And obviously, when you have one game in one section of a building, that area gets crowded. And that's the area that's right by the commentators. So if it was another area, there wouldn't have been a problem. But that's how it was. So there is also an upstairs area for commentators, which you could move it to. But that's just like they got to figure out if they want to do that, whatever. A lot of testing going on.
That's how I thought it would be. When I saw the walkthrough, I saw the upstairs commentary booth where it kind of reminded me of the Korean thing. It
totally looks like
oversees
that.
the thing. I thought that was gonna be sick, and the way it was set up for you guys, it looked like you were at a counter, like at a Fat Burger or something, because there were people eating food on the counter.
It was James Chen.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It looked pretty funny. Well, anyway, Rixta, you were there too, right? And you entered more on Kombat. Tell me about your experience at Wednesday Night Fights.
Well, I mean, the main thing I did, I walked around, just trying to see like the crowds for every game, and like there was a lot of Guilty Gear. There was even like a Gundam like 4 monitor thing, so they had like a 2-on-2 thing going on. There's a lot of anime. The Smash community, like the Smash 4 seemed bigger than the Melee. Melee seemed pretty small, and there was even like random like setups for like someone brought a KOF setup, so you had like Romance and some other guys just playing. So apparently Marvel 2 was there somewhere. I didn't see it, but I know it was there. There's a lot of Marvel players, so overall it looked like there was a ton of people. And I agree with Rip though that they need to at least use the second floor. I think it's supposed to be for like BYOC, but no one BYOC'd, so just move half like some of the tournaments up there to create more space down there, because that one floor was super packed in certain areas. When you went to the back, like where there was no stations, there was no people and no problems. But up near the front where the stage was, there was like a ton of people, and so it's not, it's good just to see how many people were there, but it's also one of those things where it's like it's the first week, so you're gonna have a ton of people there, and then maybe give it like a couple weeks and see what it looks like then.
Yeah.
But overall, I thought it was cool. I thought the venue is really nice. The location, I mean, Santa Ana's
Yeah,
not a
that's
bad.
what I want to know about. Tell me about the surrounding area.
I don't know. I just apparently parking was hard to find, but I found parking super easy,
Oh,
so it was no
really?
big issue for me. But I don't know. It depends, I guess, what time you get there or whatnot. It doesn't seem like a bad. It's definitely not a bad area. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Overall, like I think if I play something competitively, if I were playing something competitively, I would be going there every week. But you know,
So
you
it's
have to.
dope. I mean,
I think
that's from the sound of it. It sounds badass, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
if you
think
play
so.
Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat X, man, there's no reason not to go, basically.
If you're
Yeah,
a player,
Mortal
what about
Kombat-
casuals?
Casuals. I mean, you can
If
get
you have a
casuals.
scene.
Yeah,
No, I
that's-
mean like whatever. Let's say you're a part of any of those games that are there. If you like Mortal Kombat, if you like Street Fighter, I mean, what are the downsides? Is what I'm asking. Like, how much does it cost, or any downsides? Sounds badass. No complaints.
Well,
It
it
wasn't
costs-
hot. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ricky, go ahead.
Well, it costs more than the old Super Arcade Wednesday Night Fights because that was 5 venue, and this
Uh-huh.
is 10. Except if you buy a membership thing for a monthly, you could save some money.
Yeah.
But
okay.
But that means for you to for you to save money, you have to go at least 3 times in one
a month.
month. Yeah, so it's kind of a predict the future, hope that you can make at least 3 of the 4 weeks.
Yeah. I mean,
So that's the only downside, really, is that the your car won't get towed. Apparently, that's cool too.
yeah, because so the tournament didn't end until 4:30 last night.
Mm-hmm.
So it was super fucking late. And so Vaya and shit were out there and their cars were fine. So that was
Mhm.
like confirmed. We've never tested this late and now we know it works. You
Mhm.
know, so that's a good thing. But also like the membership fee thing, that's like an esports arena membership, right? So I don't know what they're planning, but Vaya wants to host like other days of the week sort
Yeah,
of stuff
that's what
there.
I was gonna say. What else do you get with the membership?
Yeah, it's like sort of like you get access to the facility, right? So if you wanted to go there and like play casuals with whatever, because there's gonna be like WNF setups that are left there all month long,
Oh
basically.
wow. Okay.
So if you're in the area, whatever, you could go do that. If you want to like say like, hey, let's go have a session, whatever, you guys could do that. Like stuff like that is possible. Vi's also talked about maybe hosting like viewing parties for majors or whatever there, like put it on the big screen above the stage and then have
Oh,
people just
yeah,
like chill,
that's cool.
play games and watch. So like, and he's talking about maybe having like training sessions for people. Like, it's just, I think he's still trying to figure all that out. It's just like he's trying to get the main thing going first, to
Yeah,
see
the
whatever.
value of a membership is to be determined, but it
Right.
could be all kinds of shit.
Yeah, exactly. Because he has literally every day in the month to come up with stuff if he, wants to, basically, or if he has time to.
That's pretty cool. So, if you have all this space and all these setups, how the fuck does the tournament run till 5 a.m.?
They fucked up. So,
Who's they?
well, I mean, I guess they didn't. I don't think they expected that many entrants for Street Fighter, because they didn't have enough setups for it, right? And then having it run on PC, people had a lot of issues with the controller syncing thing, because apparently PC Street Fighter 4 has like this weird thing where like people swap sides and shit, and like you gotta like whatever, right? So that was like a long ass time between matches, and so like that was a problem. People also complained about like the latency or like lag, because whenever they play on PC, they feel like this doesn't feel right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's sometimes it is like the settings and stuff,
It's true,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, and so like it's also different monitors. So
Mhm.
like I don't know, like because I know we tested the monitors with like Xbox 360s and Xbox Ones and stuff, and there was no complaints from Via or Sage M Steve or whatever, right?
Mhm.
But then now we're playing on the PCs with those monitors, so now it's like, oh, maybe the PCs have issues, whatever, right? So
Mhm.
bottom line, Vi tweeted out today that Wednesday Night Fights was not a total success. Like we have a lot to work on. Tournament should not run that late. We know there's issues with the PC setups that we need to address, and so he's gonna have more information on that later. So he knows what's up, and he's gonna try to fix it, basically.
Yeah, I mean, duh. He's
Yeah.
been doing this shit so long.
Right.
Which is what makes the PC thing so surprising, because they were using PCs at Super.
Right, and the people complained about him there too, though.
Yeah, but I mean, we already have gone over a million times why it's got to be PC, because Lord Via needs those Lord HyperX headphones and all those other things, So the only way you're gonna get that shit to happen in any kind of legit sponsor is if you have PC. I mean, that's the only way it's gonna happen for him, at
Right.
least, as of right now. So
And
as much as go ahead.
no, just as far as I understand it, like it wasn't configured necessarily the way it should have been either.
Oh,
So
really?
I think I'm not 100% sure because I don't know, I didn't set him up whatever, right? But from my reading of Vi's Twitter, that's what it sounded like maybe. So
So
it sounds like
maybe.
there's gonna be tweaks to that, to the settings in the game
Uh-huh.
and stuff, and to the PCs themselves, so that it'll be better next week, basically.
Okay. Do you predict? I mean, how do you? Go ahead. Go ahead.
One more thing I forgot.
Yeah, sure.
He also said next week, like right now they had one section, I don't know what to call it, but like there's like a grid of setups, right? So it's
Mhm.
like I think 4 or 8 setups, and so they only have one grid for Street Fighter 4, and next week they're gonna double it. So the
And
tournament
then
will run
the
faster.
entrance is gonna be in half.
Right, right, but whatever. I'm just, as
Double
long as it runs
grids,
faster, it'll be
less
fine.
players.
Yeah, I mean, it's the opening one. Of course, it's gonna be the biggest one.
Yeah.
The
How many
return,
people were
etc.
there for Mortal Kombat?
40.
40.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
40 is a grip. Okay, what about the other two games? Smash.
No idea.
Melee had the least. Smash had, I think, around like maybe 40 or 30, something like that.
That's not too
Smash
bad
4.
either.
Yeah.
Dude, for a weekly, that's not bad at all. So, okay, good shit. I'm interested in seeing how that moves forward. I wish it wasn't so far. It definitely looked interesting to talk shit a little bit and see some faces, but, it's far and I didn't feel like it. I kept on thinking of going, and then I'm thinking to myself, dude, on Wednesdays, you're supposed to be really excited about going to Wednesday night fights. You're not supposed to feel like it being a long-ass chore, so I was like, then don't do it. If it feels like it's a chore, don't do it. So that's why I didn't want to do it. And I asked Charles, because, I'm always trying to wrangle Charles into it with me, right? So I'm like, hey, man, do you want to go? He was like, Via would have to pay me $200 just to spectate it. I was like, Jesus Christ.
What the hell?
Wow, he doesn't want to fucking go. So
It's
I was
not
like,
even that far from you, though.
it's pretty far. I looked it up at that time when I was about to leave, and that shit said an hour and 10 minutes. So I was like, uh-oh. But then I thought, okay, I could just wait a little bit longer. And then by that time, I was like, man, fuck it, whatever. Where's Watso? So speaking of Watso, where's Watso, right? I mean, I don't really follow with this shit, but I heard he was on a podcast, and, he was saying the same old shit. Do you know anything about that? I mean, do we know anything about what's going on with, Watson?
I watched it, and I don't remember anything about it. Like a lot of it was like F Wizard, like that.
Are
that
you
was my
serious? You
that was
gotta
my
be
takeaway.
kidding me.
I mean, I don't think he
He
said
gets
that directly.
interviewed in. I don't think. Come on.
I'm
Really?
pretty sure that was in there. Like or maybe it's FDSP. Whatever. I don't know. They're the same thing.
They're,
You know?
most certainly not the same thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, it wasn't anything like very newsworthy. It's not like he came on and said like, oh, by the way, we got the bathroom thing sorted out. That we're gonna open the arcade on this date, X, Y, Z, whatever. To try drilling him with questions about like, shouldn't you as a business owner have known this before? Blah 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 blah. And he was all like, he's like, look, man, they're being real, like, whatever. Like whatever.
What kind of an answer do you expect Watson to give?
Exactly.
Like he's some crazy lawyer businessman. And he's gonna put on these glasses and teach you a thing or two about what do you want? It's Watson, dude.
Right. And so, I mean, there was nothing in there that I thought like, okay, cool. This is very useful information that we should tell people about, And the other crazy thing about that, he's got these toilet problems right now with Super Arcade opening. But it's true.
All the
But-
chicken wings.
Yeah, I went to Esports Arena, right? And I go to the men's restroom, and they had like 5 stalls for guys, plus the urinals. I was like, Jesus, this is like the biggest men's bathroom I've ever seen in like one facility. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like
Did you
usually
pee on the floors like
dude, I
normal
pissed on the
fighting
walls.
game
No,
players?
on the walls,
Nice.
dude, not the floor,
Nice.
the walls. Yeah.
360s, gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, I don't know what's up with Watson, but I don't really see much of a point in grilling Watson,
Yeah.
Just fucking let him do his thing. See, this is the thing. At this point, who gives a shit, right? Unless you really, really like talking shit about Watson, which I thought that was pretty funny for a while, but now it's like old news. Now you can't even really talk shit. It's like, just, you got this, Watts. Just good luck. At this point, that's kind of how I feel, right? I mean, what's the point of talking shit? All I really want is more places for people to play. And even if it does end up being on the same day and mom and dad do end up fighting forever, at least there's going to be more places for people to play. And like, let's say little old Eris doesn't want to drive all the way to Santa Ana, there could be a solution, you know. Hopefully he has enough toilets to accommodate, you know, but if he doesn't, you know, I'll live with it. That's my stance on it. I mean, I don't know, you know, whatever, good shit, man. Congrats to Valle, congrats to Esports Arena, and hopefully Watson gets it together too. I don't condone any of this, like, fuck Wizard shit, because I actually like Mr. Wizard, and I've liked Mr. Wizard for years. I mean, he's felt like a big brother since I was a kid, since I started going to Super Arcade, and that's the same with Watson, too. And Valle. All these old motherfuckers, they were the guys that were the old guys when I started, you know? So, I mean, I don't know, they all got their own quirks, you know, and it's like, whatever, Watson's, he's just, everyone always knows that. Go ahead,
For
go
the
ahead.
record, he didn't say F Wizard.
Well, you're telling me he said,
I
don't
know.
know.
I'm saying it was like that kind of a vibe. That's what I meant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I
He
mean,
said-
whatever.
He said
you
something
know.
about, like, you know, for Evo, like, I wish he wasn't the face or something. You know, like, he was trying
What
to
is
say
he
stuff
even
like,
bringing Wizard up for,
I don't know, man.
That's
They
such
were
a
asking him or
schmuck.
something. I don't know.
That's the thing, man. You can't grill Watson. He's a loose cannon. You grill a loose cannon, and he's gonna go off. You know, say all kinds of weird shit.
The third cannon?
Yeah,
Oh.
third cannon. I don't know what that means, but anyway, okay, whatever. You know, we'll see what happens. It's fresh, but at least we're seeing some, you know, movement. I've been hearing other weird shit. You guys know I'm not on the Facebook, but I've been hearing weird shit about Spooky. Yesterday he didn't stream Next Level Battle Circuit, and then today I was watching Arturo's stream, who, you know, NYC Furby. He's the guy who streams if Spooky isn't streaming, right? And today I was watching his stream. He was saying, like, he kind of feels like Spooky's burned out, and, you know, like, I don't know what's going on over there, but I mean, if Valle didn't have his offline thing going on over here, and if Watson didn't have something, you know, brewing in the sidelines, I'd be really concerned if Spooky was just, like, starting to disappear or maybe not want to do that shit. So I'm just happy there's still some kind of action, you know, that's offline, because online sucks in anything. You could tell, like, just the online Wednesday night fights, you could tell the vibe of the chat, just people wanted to watch more. It was just more exciting in every way. So, I mean, online sucks. Game over. Online sucks. But any other topics about Wednesday night fights, Super Arcade, Valle, Watso, or anything of that matter before we move on to other bullshit? I mean, it was tight, right? You guys are going to go back.
Oh, I'll be back, of course. But
Ricky?
I think it really, like, for me, if I was a player,
Mm-hmm.
I really need my scene there. Like, I saw Gallo and Nick, Strippers and
Mhm.
Beer Nick. He was there, and Ricky, right? And me. And so then there's, like, 4 of us for Tekken.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, none of the Tekken guys came. There's no Tekken setup. So it's like, if people came, it would have been cool, you know? Like, so it's just a matter of whether, like, I don't know if people don't know. Like, there was no Killer Instinct.
No
Tekken.
Killer Instinct.
0 Killer Instinct, 0 Tekken Tag Tournament 2. And the thing is, because people have to bring their own setups, right? So it's like,
How come you have to bring your own setups to an esports arena?
because they have monitors and stuff for you, but they don't know what people want to play or what scenes are going to show up. So say, for example, they had dedicated 4 setups for Tekken Tag 2 and then no one came. You know what I mean?
So what
Like,
do they have?
they have a bunch, like the main games, the 2 Smash, the Street Fighter 4.
No,
and
I don't
MKX.
mean that. Like, what kind of setups do they have?
Oh, they have a lot of Xbox Ones up there, I think.
Hmm.
But like they don't necessarily have Killer Instinct installed on them,
Well,
you know?
well, what I'm saying is, like, let's say I want to start a tournament there, like a Soul Calibur tournament or a Tekken tournament.
Right.
What do
They
you
have monitors
Yeah.
and power outlets at every station in the BYOC. So all you got to bring is your console and, you know, whatever the hell you need to
That's
plug in.
half the operation, right?
Yeah,
All you got to
that's
do
it.
is bring the console.
Pretty much. Console in the game. And so, I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, scenes have to decide that they're going to show up to it, you know? So
I
that's
think
kind
it's
of hard.
a hard sell
I
saying
think
that
it
you
is.
have to bring your own console and pay us a venue fee.
It is. And so there's like each BYOC drop has Ethernet and power. So when you looked at the main games, like behind the commentators on the stream, there was on the right side of that screen, there was the Street Fighter setup, there was the Marvel setup, and something else. And what the hell is between those two? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Point is, they at the end of each of those tables with the Ethernet drop, so there was 3 different streams running there. There's 3 different people with their laptops streaming that set of pools right there. So
Mhm.
like they didn't advertise that well. They probably should do that next time as well. But it's like anyone who does that, they get comped. You know what I mean? So if you want to set up like, hey, I'm gonna run Tekken Tag 2 every week, you're comped. You know what I mean? You don't have to pay. You just enter whatever your tournament fee is. You're in there for free basically every week. So that's kind of the selling point. It's just whether the scene wants to show up for it and do it.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, there's potential, It's just a matter of who's willing to go all the way out there and who's
Right.
into what game, So, I mean, someone made a point, I don't know who it was, that it's near where Southern Hills Golfland was. And that's interesting because Southern Hills Golfland was at this location that just seemed to be right. It just seemed to be a magical location. But when I think back to that time, I think to myself, that shit was an hour from me. So it wasn't the fucking location. It was the competition that was the draw. So let's see if this place, this event, this venue can draw the type of competition that will bring people out,
I mean, that's the same shit. I mean, like I've been going to Super and whatever forever because that's the only place to go. Like I have no choice. You know what I mean? Like
back then you had a choice. You
back
chose.
when?
Well, I mean, in Golfland days.
That was forever ago. I'm saying
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for the last like 5-10 years or whatever. We
Yeah,
haven't
for
had
a
choice.
while, it's basically been whatever game you play, you go to the place where that game is played.
Yeah, and there's only
Right.
like one.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, there has been. So, I mean, now there's going to be two.
Yeah, exactly. And so
Potentially.
like for me, I don't have to go all the way there. I can go to this one now. It's like 15 minutes away from me, so I'm down with that.
What if, let's say, hypothetically, it was like the scenes were separated again? So, like, Killer Instinct and Tekken were in one region and Street Fighter was in another region, because that's pretty likely to happen. In fact, if they're going to have games on the same nights, one of them will be smart to have different games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Watso and Vaya have, the fight nights on the same night. I
Right.
mean, Watson would be smart to at least focus a little bit on a different game to have
Yeah,
spice. So
I agree.
I mean, what do you think about that as far as the future? I mean, this goes to you too, Ricky. I keep forgetting you're there because you're not there. But I mean, you go ahead. What do you think, Ricky? You think it'll be separated?
I was sleeping. What?
Wake up, and then I'm
I'm
not gonna
kidding.
repeat, but go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. It's weird for me because I don't play any game competitively anymore.
Right, me too.
So for me, both places are too far.
Right.
So
Me
so I
too.
can I'm not, so like my whole allegiance to either of them is none. So
Right.
for me it's like whoever runs the game that I'm gonna play, I'll be and has the most competition, I'll be there regardless of where it is because in my situation, I'm fucked regardless because I have to drive a million miles
Yeah.
to get anywhere. So I'm never gonna be picky about where I have to go.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the case with most people. And I think that, personally speaking, let's say I was a big Street Fighter player, I would travel to the place that had the most competition. That's where I'd want to play. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, the good news is that something's going on, and we don't have to think that nothing's going to happen in the future. Because for a while, for the last few months, I've been seeing nothing but online this and online that, and that shit's been chapping my butthole. I don't like that at all. So, it's nice to see. Anyway, okay. What else? Anything else on this topic? We really covered it pretty thoroughly, I'd say. I think the other thing we wanted to talk about is they had the Tekken 7 global qualifier for the East Coast, and Spooky was supposed to stream it, but the funny thing is, I was able to, or I wasn't able to. I housed Spooky for while he was here for the West Coast qualifier. And while he was here, he was saying, man, I'm so glad that Matrix Matt is over there at round 1 because they got all their shit together. And I can fucking guarantee you, Dave and Buster's in New York is not going to have any of their fucking shit together. I promise you. And lo and behold, 1 or 2 weeks later, sorry, we can't stream the event. There's no internet. So I know Spooky was rolling in his grave over there because of the Dave and Buster's situation. So it wasn't streamed, unfortunately, but he did rebroadcast it during the week, and you can watch the archive that is available, I think, on his YouTube channel. Lord Palakis won. Spoiler alert. I had suspected that he would be the favorite to win that, and thankfully he was able to fucking sound the alarms on JDCR and make sure that motherfucker didn't pull a fucking any kind of intercontinental strats, and he won. Good shit to Palakis. I mean, I haven't watched it yet, but all is well. That's the way it should have been. Any thoughts on the topic, boys? Ricky, or I guess Rip, what do you think?
I mean, it's cool. I didn't get to watch it. There was no stream and I didn't catch the archive. But do we know if JDCR showed up?
I don't know. No word on that. That's it?
That's
That
it.
was it. Well, I mean, because I don't know who entered. Like, I heard something that I heard that Fab and GM did not enter.
No
Like,
way.
I don't know if that's true. And I heard that
They-
Renacon was the finals.
They 100% entered because I
Okay.
heard that they were in winners top 8 and they both lost respectively to Bloodhawk and Reno. Reno beat GM, I believe.
Whoa,
Wow, nice.
Renacon. Nice.
Do you guys know how many entrants?
Not sure. I think it was I want to say maybe 20 or something. I don't know. You could probably look it up.
20 entrants? That's not that good, not that bad.
And what character did Bloodhawk win with?
Leo.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I know he
only
was
saw.
using Gigas too.
I'll say this. I only saw one match. It was Real Law versus some other guy that I never heard of, and Real Law lost. So there's that.
Good shit.
Was it Poke Chop?
No.
Did you turn him into a sandwich? Okay, so Tekken 7 Global Qualifier. Good shit. Bloodhawk representing the U.S. alongside Jimmy J. Tran. That's going to be in November at some point, I think.
December, I think.
Oh, sorry, December. Get your Cheeto bags ready. What else? Is there any other news in the Tekken world that we're forgetting? It's really dormant, but I know that Lord Markman has been hinting the shit out of everyone on Twitter, right? Like, Tekken fans, get your bungholes ready. News is on its way, whatever. So that sounds like something could happen soon. What were you about to say?
Ultimate Tournament also happened this past weekend.
Yeah, okay.
The France tournament. And they had the same problem Ultimate Tournament always has. Venue, internet sucks. Hey, we don't got to stream.
It was at Dave and Buster's?
In France, I guess. But yeah, it was, I think they did the same thing where they captured it and they rebroadcast it, put it on YouTube, etc. And that was a really interesting tournament because remember that Abel guy? I forgot what country. I think he's from Peru.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he went, and that was the guy who everyone was saying like, oh man, he only wins like there, like send him internationally, see how he does, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually did pretty well. He ended up getting 5th place, I think. So pretty good for him, pretty good showing. Take from Japan ended up getting 1st place.
Mm-hmm.
Who got 2nd? I think only
practice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So that was
that's
cool. So
sick.
Japan beat Korea. That was it's not something you regularly see in a tournament when they meet basically. So that was cool to see.
Yeah, and apparently that Abel guy was like beating the shit out of every international player, like in
Wow.
like first to whatever's like no matter like well unless everyone in Peru is lying on the Course Tekken Academy, like they just posted up scores for like every like matches.
Making shit up.
I mean,
Posting
dude, it was
He
up
like-
beat
scores.
in 80-0.
It was like he beat only practice 10-3 or something
13
crazy
to
like
0.
that. It was
Yeah.
like the scores were impressive, and I was like, man, maybe this guy might win. And for him to get 5th, I guess is, it's still good. It's
Yeah.
really good actually.
I think Al
considering
got
the
like
tour-
5th.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure he ended up losing to Harry Potter. I think Harry Potter got 4th.
You're right.
I don't even know any of these people. Who are these people?
Harry Potter, he drops hella combos.
Oh, I remember Harry Potter.
Yeah, remember how he talked shit about American pizza? At
Did he?
Charles
Oh
Town?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. What did he
Eric-
say?
Eris just asked him straight up like, so what do you think about American pizza? And he just like gave you a thumbs down and just said no
Yeah,
good.
No good. I thought he said something funny though.
He
Ah,
did
fuck
say
it,
something funny,
whatever.
but I don't remember.
Anyway, good shit. So no Tekken news is basically what is it? Unreal Tournament results? Who gives a shit about that? Tekken Tag 2? That's old news. I want Tekken 7. Who gives a shit about Unreal Tournament? It didn't even have a fucking stream. It was at Dave and Buster's. Let's get there. Let's get some real fucking news together. Bring the heat, will you, Rip? What do we got? Nothing?
That was it.
Katarina doesn't have a new swimsuit or nothing? Nothing going on in the Tekken world.
No. Right?
I'm looking at those Najin Empire featuring Twitch team at Master Cup 8.
Come on,
Twitch
man.
Twitch is like officially backing Master Cup or something too, right? That got
Master Cup
announced.
is gonna be sick. That's the one I'm waiting for.
Yeah,
they're
why
gonna
is there
have
no
a stream.
USA team?
I heard that Lord Markman is cooking something up, right? Cooking
Dude,
something up.
I hope he cooks it up quicker. I want to know what the team is.
How do you know they're gonna have a stream though, man? Like isn't it a different venue every time and shit? Like
What do you
maybe they're
mean?
gonna
You
show
think
up,
Twitch is gonna back the event, and then there's gonna
and
be
then
no
the
stream.
venue's not gonna have internet. I don't know what's gonna happen, dude.
I'm pretty sure Master Cup is not at Dave and Buster's.
I don't know. We'll find out, man.
No,
We're
you
gonna
know,
find out.
Let's
I've
have
seen-
Tekken
Discovery
event.
Zone.
I've seen the Master Cup event like maybe 2 or 3 times, like the stream, and it looks like it's always the same place.
Okay.
Master
And last
Cup's
year,
gonna
be-
and the last Master Cup was the one where they actually had a Twitch stream, and that one
Yeah,
was,
that was
super sick. So, I'm glad that they're gonna do another Twitch stream because
That's
it's gonna be fucking at like 6 a.m. for
Mhm.
everyone. But if you stay up, it's gonna be dope to watch.
Yeah, I think it'll be dope too. Anyway, good shit. Hopefully there's some Tekken 7 news soon.
USA.
I think there probably will be some news soon, especially by the end of the year. So we'll see what's up. Okay, what else? That's Tekken. Mortal Kombat, nothing going on in that universe as far as I know. Other than continued complaining by the respected members of the NRS community. People will play online and then complain about online. I don't know why these people play it and complain about it at the same time, and they keep doing it. I mean, Lord Brady, you guys know what a big fan of his I am. I watch this guy play online, and I just don't understand what his motivation is. What are you doing, dude? He just seems, one of these days it's going to be just a tragedy. Lord Brady, come on, man, don't play online. Don't play online. The poor guy's killing himself. Anyway, Diablo. What else? Mortal Kombat, nothing. Nobody gives a shit. Nothing's going on. Season 2, no news, no characters. Lord Brady's playing Diablo. What else?
Didn't they release that season 2 like kind of like teaser, and then like it showed like outlines of like 4 characters, and it looked like one of the characters has a top hat.
What?
I don't remember the top hat part, but
Yeah,
I
neither
do
do I.
remember something about like silhouettes. But it could be totally like like bait and switch.
Yeah,
Like
right.
the silhouettes. I don't know. No hard info. I'm not gonna sniff fucking new Boone's bunghole waiting for info. Just give me a real picture or some shit. So whatever. Street Fighter V beta. That's the big news. They started it early. I'm not sure exactly how the PC version is going to work. I'm not participating on PC, but I'm playing on PS4. They started things off with Lord Vega and Rainbow Mika. So they had Rainbow Mika and Rainbow Vega. And then they rolled out Nikali and Ken. So have you guys gotten a chance to play? I played quite a bit myself.
I played Rashid.
Okay. Yeah, I heard
sick.
you did that. How'd you manage to pull that off?
It was like in the middle of the night while I was streaming, they rolled out an update. I installed the update. It was interesting because the game knows it's updating, and it restarts the game for you from the game. You don't have to exit the game and run the install or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when it restarted, the character select screen had Rashid, but it was like you couldn't select him, right?
Yeah.
And I was like it was there. The box was there, but you couldn't get to it. And I was like, what the hell? It's like grayed out a little bit. So I was like, maybe if I hit random. So I hit random, and then boom, it got Rashid, and I played him for like an hour.
You probably
Yeah.
got lucky in the
Super.
random select. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I didn't want to leave after that, obviously. So I just played with them for like until like they kicked me out again.
Did you put the footage up?
No, should I? Is he not available yet?
He's not available. He
Oh,
may
shit.
not be available. You totally should have put the
Whoa.
footage up
What the
ASAP.
Rashid's gonna be rolled out. I think that was probably a test for the update. So like it's
Yeah.
probably gonna be rolled out on Saturday. So they're probably gonna do the same exact update on Saturday, and
Could be.
Rashid will be there.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about you, Ricky? I noticed. So tell me about this. So I saw that you were streaming it on day one. And I noticed you were playing, and then I saw your name was ArisB53. And I was like, what the fuck? This guy's such a bitch. Then I started streaming, and I started to pick my name, and I realized that I can't pick ArisB53 because you picked it. So I moved ahead and picked my second favorite name, Ricksta Loves Cox. And it accepted that. But the weird thing is, now that I updated, it re-asked me to select a name, and ArisB53 was not taken this time. So
Damn
what's up with that?
It's a
Oh,
beta.
so I got my name back then. I could be Rick Still Loves Cox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could be Ricksta Loves Cox, and I could
Oh,
be
nice.
ArisB53 again.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
So what's the deal with that? Do you know?
I think
Beta.
I think the whole name thing was just like I don't even know why they asked for a name, which is why
They're
like I didn't
testing.
know. Yeah, but it's like I thought they would just use your PSN, right? Like
Mhm.
They usually do, but
Yeah,
now they're
so-
giving us a choice.
yeah, it was really weird. So when I did it, I was like, well, is this gonna work? I honestly had no idea what was gonna happen if I chose your name because that's your isn't that your PSN name ID
Yeah.
or whatever?
No.
Yeah.
My PSN name is Aris801.
Oh, that's right. Because I want my thought was I'm gonna try using someone else's PSN ID and see what happens. So I guess I chose the wrong one, but uh, yeah, I was surprised it worked, and then I lost all my games online under that name. So you're 0-2 under my name.
Hmm.
Good
Someone in the
shit.
chat is saying because it's crossplay. That makes some sense. I
Hmm.
mean, because the PC version is not going to be like, oh, that's his PSN,
Oh,
right?
so
So
it
it's good. You're
prevents
going to
people
have
from
your
having.
own name in
Yeah.
Street Fighter, probably.
Oh, that's
Interesting.
kind of interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, you're
that's
going
a
to have your own
that's.
Street Fighter name.
I feel like that's a first for like any console like
It's
game
smart.
that's like linked to your own account. So I'll be
Kind
interested
of,
to see.
yeah. I mean, this whole thing is kind of new. They're doing a lot of first times in the fighting game world, at least. Go
I
ahead.
just realized, so that means if you're playing on PC and you pick the same name that you used on PS4,
Uh-huh.
it should be able to allow you to play on either one with the same stats carrying over.
Don't fucking ask me. I don't know.
I think that's
Maybe
the goal. Otherwise, it'll say like, no, that name's already taken, and you'd be like, what the fuck? That's my name on the other one, though. You know?
Mm.
maybe that's the whole point though. Maybe they want you to use two different accounts
I
if you
think
plan
so.
on
I
using
hope so.
if you plan to play on two different consoles.
That would require a password too, though, right? Because we don't have a password yet.
Yeah, well, it's still beta. Who
Oh,
knows
yeah,
what the
yeah.
hell thing.
It's interesting.
What do you think of the game itself, Ricky?
I haven't played the other characters yet. Ken and who the hell else is there? Nikali.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try them out when the beta opens again. But I only tried Vega and Armika, and they both felt really good. Like Armika,
Mm-hmm.
uh, at first I was like, she feels kind of shitty, and not very fun. But then the more you messed around with like the assist and the V trigger thing, like
Yeah.
it got really interesting. And then so now obviously I really want to play her. And Vega's new playstyle, his stance is fucking stupid looking.
Oh,
But
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. His
his
neutral stance, right?
yeah, like why no one crosses their legs and
I
their upper
agree.
body like that.
I
Like,
agree. It really looks peculiar. Go ahead, go ahead.
but but overall that character is like super cool just because he's so different from like
Yeah.
any other Vega. Like wall, like you jumping off the wall is so different now. It's because it's not a charge, so it's like you can just
Yeah.
constantly do it. I mean, the ideas that they gave him, especially with the no claw stance, was like really interesting. So I'm pretty interested to see like how Vega evolves as a character. Like because right now I actually think that the no claw variation might be the better one, but
Yeah, that's funny that you say that. I tried him out a lot, and I mean, it's basically the only character I could really speak on. The only thing I could say about Armika, though, is I tried Armika out, and I definitely think that she's a lot more intuitive and easy to pick up and have fun with than Armika in Alpha 3. I remember Armika in Alpha 3 being really weird and clunky, and it almost was like, well, fuck this character, I'm gonna move on. But this time around, I think everything ties together really well, and she feels comfortable to use. But other than that, for Vega, I think it's really funny how you say you think the No Claw is better because the No Claw is hella better for some things, but the Claw is also really good too. I felt like when I was trying to turtle up and play footsies, the Claw is just so sick.
oh
And
yeah.
forward fierce, super good, like with the Claw. But, I found little things out like standing jab with no Claw hits crouchers. Even on block, they can't crouch under it. But with the claw, it whiffs over their head. So you can do a lot more pressure stuff with the tick throw and the command grab and shit with no claw. So people in the chat were telling me, and I was starting to agree with that the no claw stance is kind of offense oriented and you can get the lead with it. And then the claw stance is kind of like defensive, footsie based, and you can sit on a lead with it and kind of turtle. So if that's really the case and the way they're trying to design the character, I totally agree. I think that Vega is really unique and cool, and he feels super new. Like just like you said, no charge character really makes it like a whole different story, and it's really what I've been waiting for all these years. I said it earlier on my stream. As you know, I mained Valdo in Soul Calibur 2, and I always wanted to play Vega because he was so much like Valdo, because both characters wear a mask, they have claws on their hands, and they have hella gay normals. So that's what I wanted, but I could never use him because, they were charged. He was a charge character. So now it's really cool, and the one thing that's really I'm concerned about is they might change him back to a charge character. That's what I don't want. And if they do that, I'll be kind of disappointed. But otherwise, yeah, I'm down. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Every time they fucking kick me out of that beta test, I'm butthurt, you know? And I'm like, oh, whatever, that's weak. But yeah, I'm down. Do you guys know what the schedule is for the beta? Like, when can we play it again?
Is it down right now?
I think it is. Or if it's not down, I don't know. I don't know how it works. Like, you can play it sometimes and there are no matches. So, I don't know.
Oh, that was a funny thing too. So yesterday at Wednesday Night Fights, there was two setups with Street Fighter V, right? And so it's just the beta, and so people were in practice mode playing each other, and you know, so it'd be like it's funny because these two guys are playing each other, right?
Forever.
And it's practice, yeah. It's just, but you know, while they're playing, the game is still looking for a match. So like halfway in between their match, it just says a new opponent has been found, and now these guys have to play online for one match while the other guy just sits there and just
so
like
it wasn't really Street Fighter V. It was the beta.
Yeah, it was just the betas, but you know they were still playing practice mode offline, so they were kind of like taking the match seriously. You know, like it just there was no round count and no like official winner, but it was like.
That's so lame.
That's all you could do. You know.
I thought he got a setup. The way you guys said it on stream was like Street Fighter V is here.
It is there, though.
Yeah, but all you need for Street Fighter V to be there is a PS4, and obviously there's gonna be a PS4 there. It's an esports arena.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's not fair.
Well, you also need a internet connection, or else you can't play. So
esports arena. I mean, it's needless to say. I don't know, when I heard that Street Fighter V was there, because I also heard that Gutex went all the way over there just for that. I mean, why did he go all the way over there just for that if he could have had it in his living room, right? Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. It just, whatever. Who gives a shit? Point is that I'm really excited about Street Fighter V, and they're hitting home runs, like, all day in my book. So, good shit. So, we don't know when the next beta test opens, do we?
Chat said 2 a.m.
2 a.m. today?
Yeah.
Pacific or
tomorrow,
Eastern?
I don't know. That's what they said.
I don't know.
2 a.m. could be anywhere.
I don't know when it is, but you know what's funny is the way everything worked out for me was totally perfect, because last night I was super tired and I didn't feel like going to Wednesday Night Fights, and I ended up sleeping early and waking up hella early enough to start streaming right before Lord Maximilian went to bed. And right when he went off stream, he gave me the big host. So it was like a shitload of Mexicans were in the chat, bunch of new people. So it worked out perfectly. It was really sick. I got to play Street Fighter V. I had a lot of fun. And then, afterwards it was over, whatever. So that worked out perfectly for me. But I'm looking forward to playing more. The game's sick. Good shit.
Jesus, they don't want me to play. 2 a.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, that's rough.
What the hell? I'm gonna have work. Come on. Man.
2 a.m. Pacific time is kind of rough. I might be up. We'll see. Damn.
I couldn't play at all today.
So.
What the hell? I want to play.
I don't think so. I don't think I can do it. But anyway, anything else? Any other? Street Fighter. We covered all the games. We covered Wednesday Night Fights. I feel like maybe we're forgetting a couple of little things that have been going on. News? Nothing. Events coming up. Oh, you were gonna mention something about commentary, some kind of hubbub.
Do you know, Ricky, about this? This seems like it's something up your alley.
It was on Twitter. Everyone was bitching about commentary.
Right, but what? That's what I saw that much, and I don't know what it was really.
Are they bitching about it sucking?
Yes, I assume it had to do with CEO Taku. The anime event that Jabali hosted, and the commentators there. I don't know the entire context of it. I'm sure some nerd in the chat is telling us right now, but it was, it's just everyone complaining about how commentators is like being a commentator is a hard job, and everyone's saying that it's don't suck or whatever. It was hard. It was so hard to follow.
Don't suck.
Everyone had their own opinion. I'm just like, I don't understand what they're talking about, and in all honesty, I don't care. So that's how I.
Rip's the one that brought it up to me. Is it even worth mentioning? Because it seems interesting, but I don't know about it.
That's what I felt like. I feel like there's a lot of people talking about it.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about it, and I figured Ricky would tell us about it.
Bummer. So we don't know anything about it. Sorry, Lord Chat Room. None of us really give a shit about that. But
it was one of those things. It's like everyone agreed shitty commentators are bad and good commentators are good.
Oh, wait a minute, Rip. You were saying something about how I don't know. I don't want to phrase it, but it was
Well, I
something
probably
about,
misphrased it in the first place, so go for it.
something about how the chat room is so negative with their criticisms that
Not just the chat
nobody
room. I
new
think
wants to do it or
it,
something.
I saw something about that. It's like something along the lines of commentary's hard, and when they get shit on, there's no constructive criticism.
Yeah, it's
It's
more
just like
instead of saying Godspeed's commentary sucks, they just say Godspeed sucks. You know, so it goes kind of in that direction where it's like it's not constructive. You know, you're making the guy feel bad about himself.
Look, this is the way I see it. We're fighting game commentators, right? I mean, your audience is like wolves. They're like just truly hyenas. When they're happy, they're wolves, and when they're angry, they're wolves. So it's like, if you can't get butthurt. Godspeed, it's not exactly like he's like the best fucking Tiger Woods of commentary, right? But you got to understand that even just getting up there in front of people, you're subject to shit talking, especially this is like a very specific type of public speaking where there is a anonymous chat room right there, and everyone has the ability to just talk shit about whatever they see. Look at his butt crack, look at his fucking this or that, his dumb shirt or his whatever, he's crying, he's whatever, I mean, that's the like basic design of Twitch. It's what makes it so great. So I think as a fighting game commentator, or even a commentator on Twitch, or even a streamer in general, I think that you should really kind of understand what you're getting yourself into. People are dicks, especially when they're anonymous, and they're going to talk a lot of shit. They're going to say you're fat, and you're gay, and you're bald, and you're dark, and you're short, and they're going to say all that shit 100 times. It's never going to be funny. So I mean, you just have to, it's just the way it is, it's the way, the design of the beast. So I don't know. I mean, don't get butthurt. It's rule number 1 in life. It's not just rule number 1 in the chat. That's what I have to say about it. Don't get butthurt. People are dicks. You guys have anything to add about this topic? I mean, you're all commentators. What do you think? You commentated yesterday, Rib. You're fresh off the commentator's boat. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on this topic? You seem kind of scared to say something.
I think you're pretty much I was kind of zoning out, but I think you kind of nailed it. Don't get butthurt.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically the way it is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what else are you going to do? The less butthurt you get, the better you'll be at streaming, I think. Just in general, and commentary in general. Or maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not sure exactly on how much of commentary is like a improvable skill and how much is like just natural charisma. But I do know that it is an improvable skill, at least to some degree.
No, it is.
That's for sure.
I try to go back and watch my commentary to see what people say if they give constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm.
And there was actually a little bit last night for mine, and it was really interesting for me what I picked up from it. So what it was somebody said Rip only has one setting, and it's because it was like the start of the night, and I was like super amped up, and like everyone thought I was on crack apparently, but I wasn't. I was just really excited because it was returning. It's the first time we're back, and it's like shit was happening, and so I was really excited. But yeah, when I watched it back myself, I said like, let me see if this makes any sense. I was like, you know what? I do seem like I'm on crack. So, like, I'm going to tone it down. I'm going to tone it down next time.
A little bit less
just a little
crack.
bit, just a little bit, be constructive. I'll pay attention.
Good shit. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't really pay much attention to, to criticism. I feel like any criticism in my direction is either a joke or, right? Nobody says anything to me. I don't know. Don't ask me. Commentary, who gives a shit? This topic sucks. Next topic. Next caller. What's the next topic? Nothing? King of Fighters 14?
There's gonna be a playable something or other at some event somewhere.
I think it's PlayStation Experience, which is Capcom Cup.
What? Playable what?
King of Fighters
14.
No way. I can't wait to see that.
That's weird. So wait. So Capcom Cup is at the PlayStation Experience. And okay, I guess that makes sense.
Capcom Cup too. Man, there's so much stuff going on. So events coming up. are YumaCon at the end of this month. I'm going to be there doing commentary for their tournament. That's in Detroit. That's a big one for me because it's my first wall scroll event. So I'm really excited. And then there's nothing this weekend other than the Street Fighter. What else?
Defend the North.
Oh, yeah. Defend the North. That's streamed by Lord Spooky. And then when is the Paradise Found or whatever?
I think that's next month. The same weekend as Master Cup is the Paradise thing.
Gotcha. So that's in San Diego. We got Defend the North. I also heard something in the chat room about Yipes getting shot in the leg by a train or some shit. At the train station, he got shot in the leg.
You got that. I like that story way better. But
he was saving some guy's life, and then he got shot.
He didn't get shot. He hurt his knee helping this guy get out of the subway. You know how like the subway tracks, like if you fall down there, it's like a pretty big fall. It's like falling off the Wednesday Night Fight stage. Basically.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's so if the guy's like out of it or something, he can't get up, and then the train's gonna run him over. So Yipes went down there and helped him up.
You went down?
I guess so. I don't know the story.
You didn't like reach down and like pull that fool up?
If they fell in the middle, you can't reach down. You have to jump in there.
Shit!
Huh.
So I guess when
hero.
So I guess when Yipes did that, he ended up hurting his knee, and because of that, he's not gonna go to Defend the North now because of that.
Wow.
So give a shout out to Yipes.
Yeah, he already defended the North, dude.
Damn, defended the North against a train?
Yeah,
wow, dude. That's like Superman. He stopped the speeding, what is it called? Locomotive.
Yipes is pretty good at hurting himself and then doing something really dope. Like, remember Evo 2007? He won
Evo and then broke his leg?
Yeah. No, he twisted or sprained his ankle, like in between, like, I think winners finals and grand finals, which he ended up winning with the fucked up ankle. And I remember it was so funny too, because after he won, I think he beat Justin, right? He wanted to pop off and jump up and down, and then as soon as he did, he's like, my ankle hurts, and then he fell down.
Wow. That's crazy. Yipes is such an old school name.
Holy shit, he tore his ACL. That's crazy.
Wow. Tore his ACL? Ugh.
That's a
football injury.
That's a big boy injury.
Uh-oh. Well, that sucks. I mean, that's like as bad as getting shot in the leg, right? That's like almost up there. Fuck.
Yeah, it might be. I think it's worse.
Well, get well soon, Lord Yipes. And,
yes, sir.
Indeed.
Man, that sounds like a weird story.
You're gonna have to go catch Charles. He's about to pass out.
Oh yeah, he's very squeamish. Charles is squeamish. Ooh, one of these days after he goes to bed, I'll tell you guys the story where he passed out. Oh, that was good. Anyway, okay, good shit. Yipes is alive and well. He's a hero. We should give him the key to the city. What else? Is that gonna really wrap it up? I really feel like there's something important right there. It's right there.
There was also a tweet that Markman sent randomly saying, would anyone watch Daigo stream on Twitch? He's been thinking about streaming.
Daigo?
Yeah.
But he doesn't speak English.
Well, he says, who wants to watch Daigo the Beast stream his lab work, game theory, and training for Ultra Street Fighter 4? He's been considering streaming for a while now.
He should say who doesn't want to watch it, right? I mean, who the fuck? Daigo is the king. He is the guy that everyone knows. I mean, yeah, of course. Tell me where to sign. That sounds great. I mean, it's not like Daigo's going to charm your pants off. I think when it comes to foreign players, Infiltration and Punkar are both pretty charismatic.
Animated.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good at entertaining, which is what you need. But we'll see. Maybe Diego will come around too. Maybe he'll be forced to have a little bit more of a vibrant personality if he streams a little more. So, I don't know. Either way, good shit. I'm totally down with that on Twitch. I think that fighting game streams are pretty sparse, so it's nice to see more of that happening, especially big names. You don't really see that. Like the biggest fighting game personalities, they don't usually stream very much. And that's probably because you need to not stream very much to be a big fighting game personality in terms of success. I really think that those two things are pretty opposite. Streaming full-time and being a successful, winning fighting game player, those two things are completely opposite, I mean, part of winning is tactics, and training behind the curtain and then showing your prestige when the right time comes, so anyway.
I wonder if that's really true though.
I definitely do, because if you read The Art of War and any other strategy book, even if you're one of those guys that says like sandbagging is no good and you should be able to defend against everyone, there really is no tactical benefit to showing your stuff. I mean, there really isn't. There's no tactical benefit unless you're like laying a trap. And if you're laying a trap, then it's probably not going to be good enough to like hide, what you've revealed already. So that's definitely true. I mean, I stand by that firmly. It's better to not show your stuff. So, I mean, how much better? I don't know. But it's good to see that there are players like, Daigo and other people that are taking it more seriously. I think it's just the way to go. Twitch is super huge. Everyone's headed in this direction, So, I mean, just do it. Stream more. I think everyone should stream more. That's just in general. Okay, so are we going to call people bitches now?
Sure.
Is there anything I'm forgetting before we call people bitches? Because I'll let you guys plug your channels and then we'll do that.
The chat hasn't even said anything, so I'm pretty sure we're not missing anything.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a slow week, but, you got to do... Oh, I should definitely say that next Thursday there is going to be no podcast because my flight is Thursday in the middle of the day. So I am going to be in Detroit next week. Next week, no podcast. The following
Can Charles do the show from your computer?
Damn.
if he wants to, but he's just going to talk about Worst Souls 2 all day.
That would be sick. It's going to be more popular.
Yeah, of course. So, yeah, no podcast next week. Go ahead. Plug your channels. Ricky, you get to go first this week because you actually streamed. Go ahead.
Yes. I finally finished my setup, as in I cooked everything up. So follow me on Twitch and Twitter at RickSteezy, RickSteezy. I won't be streaming tonight because the stupid beta is not up until as early in the morning. So I'll probably stream tomorrow night. Street Fighter 5 beta, most likely.
Good shit. Rip, go ahead.
I stream at twitch.tv/levelupyourgame. I will not be streaming tonight either because I'm still recovering from Wednesday night fights.
You're out of commission for a day?
Dude, I had to go to work this morning, and so I fucked that up too, but whatever.
What time did you go home?
I went home at 2:30. That's when I gave up. And then I got home and I ate dinner and stuff, and so I ended up seeing the end of Wednesday night fights 4:30.
Wow.
And then I woke up at 9 and I was like, oh, I got to be at work by 11. And then I was like, no, I have to be at work at 10. And then I was like, fuck. And so then I barely made it there. Whatever. Point is, I stream at Level Up Your Game, and not tonight.
Good shit. I wasn't planning on streaming tonight, but I might. I just might. We'll see what happens. Anyway, bitch callings.
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Eris is a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because he didn't go to Wednesday night fights. And then, I met a few people that were watching, our ATP viewers, right? And so basically they were the ones that told me to call you a bitch. So shout outs to one guy named Brandon. I guess he wanted me to call him BG. That's his initials. He's the one that told me to call you a bitch for not showing up to Wednesday night fights. So yeah, you're a bitch.
Damn, Brandon, you owe Ricksta the biggest blowjob ever, because I would have never remembered that shit in a million years. Good shit. I really tried to, because I'm terrible at remembering. That's really nice of you to do that too. It sounds like you went out of your way to remember him. Good shit, Brandon BG or whatever.
He was hella tall, and he looked like you beat me up. So if I don't remember it,
damn, do you
Blue
think I
Surge,
could
that's
take
him. He's in the chat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hey, good
Blue
shit, man. I
Surge.
heard you're pretty tough looking. Good shit. All right. Anyway, so who'd you call? You called Brandon a bitch? That's a bummer. You just met him. Anyway, Rip, you go ahead. You're up.
Yeah. I'm going to call Eris a bitch.
What?
Because he texted me and he said, cool, I'm coming for sure. But let's say I wasn't. Should I come?
Well, I didn't want to skew your answer, because I always know you have the attitude that I'm not gonna go, right? So I wanted
Of course you're not gonna go.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted you to think that I was definitely gonna go. So I told you I'm going for sure, but let's just say I wasn't going. Should I go? And what did you say? You were like, if you're not gonna play, you shouldn't go. Don't go.
Yeah.
Read the rest of the conversation. Read the rest
of
the conversation.
And then I said, yeah, if you're not entering and just spectating, blah 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 blah.
Blah, blah,
Kinda
blah,
loud.
blah,
A lot of people don't know.
Blah, 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 blah,
blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah,
And then Eric says, so not much action for anything but Street
and then
Fighter.
he's gonna go
Yeah.
verbatim. He
Blah, blah, blah.
yada
And then-
yadas through the
blah, blah.
important part,
and
he's
then Eric
verbatim.
says, I think I'm coming down with something.
Look, why did I say I think I'm coming?
And then Wednesday Night Fights is gone from offline for what, a year, right? Aris is talking about like, oh, I can't wait to have offline again. And then what did you say today? He's like it worked out really well because I got to play online today instead of being it offline last night. Cool.
He yada yada'd through the most important part, the part
No,
where
no,
he
the
was
most
like,
important
fuck
part was
Valle,
where you-
Valle's a bitch.
where you
the part where he was
enjoyed
like,
playing
I don't give a
online
shit
today
about Wednesday Night
because
Fights.
you didn't go
Fuck
offline
all
yesterday.
of these guys. He
Uh-huh.
said fuck Wizard.
Yeah,
he said
right.
fuck Watson.
Mhm.
He said fuck. I'm kidding. He didn't say any of that. But because he
Eric's a
yada
bitch.
yada through the important part of the conversation, that's what you get when you yada yada
Yeah.
through the important part of the conversation.
I like to play online.
Yeah, whatever. Eat
Mhm.
shit.
I'm
anyway,
so glad I stayed home to play online today.
Look, he's just butthurt.
Mhm.
He's just butthurt.
Do I look like a
okay?
butthurt? Don't get
yada,
butthurt, Chat.
yada, right through
Uh-huh.
the most important part.
Mhm.
Vaya, you need to talk about these. Talk to
I
these
play
guys.
online.
They're mutinists. Anyway,
I love online.
thanks very much, Lord
What?
Chat Room. I'm gonna go play some online. I'll see you guys in a little while. Take it
Why
easy,
does,
everybody.
why does he sound like Mickey Mouse all of a sudden?
I don't know. Rip's only got one setting. Shitty.
Yeah.